so I'll be making a quick tutorial at how to make drawings for laser cut parts. So we'll go ahead and hide everything that's not our part currently, hide the datum, hide any sketches you have, so we have just our part. The first thing to do is check material thickness. So to do that, there are two ways. Either you press Control E to get to expression menu and change it here if you haven't modified anything before, or you go into your first tab or first part creation and make sure that this value is set to sheet metal material thickness, as you can see here. So to determine the material thickness, you get to pick. So you can go into the spreadsheet and the options are here. If you need something else, contact leadership, as there are other options available, but these are the most common ones. We have 1/4 inch exactly, 3/16 inch exactly, and this gauge 11, so 1/8 inch is nominal. The exact measurement is 0.1196 inches for steel. It will be different for aluminum. So having said that, we'll come back here. So as you see, I have set it to gauge 11 steel, 0.1196. We'll go into our drawing to make our drawing. We're going to import the template, the Baja template. Here we go. Make sure you know input it once. Don't press OK a second time. So here we have it. Then we're going to orient our view. There we go. We'll want a view like this, and we'll create the view for thickness over here. So that's our top view and our side view. So top view, we're told to dimension the bounding body. So that will be the major dimensions of our part. So here, and then make sure you're selecting not the edge of the arc, but the arc like so. We can dimension that over here. It is in millimeters. Make sure it's in inches. It should be in inches if you created your part properly. Yeah, you can pretty much just ignore what I just did there. There we go. Again, bounding body over here. Make sure we're using draft arc. And make sure we're using draft arc over here and not the center. So it should be the absolute major dimensions of your part. And then we'll go into dimension the thickness like so. Good. Title, so we're going to give it our part name. So remember, for that, you want to go into the Excel spreadsheet again. So say we're doing gauge 11 here. I'm going to put my part name, say, name it whatever you want. This is just for you to know what it's referring to. So I can say bearing care bracket. It's going to be DR, S for steel, 2 for laser cut, 301. So coming back here, part name, DR steel, 2001 is what we called it. Material steel in French is acier, HRS, CRS. You can find this on the spreadsheet. Whatever quantity we want, so I'm going to want 1, drawn by your name and the date. Not 12 yet. There we go. Good. So the last thing to do, as we see, is to put the thickness in the bottom right. So here I actually have it done because I already typed it in, but as you can see, right, if it's okay if you can't figure out the accent. Gauge 1101 in the bottom right of your page, just so we're consistent. Sweet, and you're good to go. So this is it for the drawing. Make sure your views are up to date. Mine are not, but you should not have a problem with that. Oh no, they are. Never mind, ignore that. And then we're going to export our drawing as a PDF. Put it somewhere you can remember to then upload it to Teams. So I'm just going to put it in my local drive, and you're going to name it DRS2001, like so, because that is the name that matches here. Good. So once you have that, you can go back to the sheet metal tab. So Control-Shift-M to get the sheet metal. You're going to export flat pattern. Perfect. So click on the Sorry, before you do that, you need to flat pattern it. Now you click on the face, so it's very simple when it's one dimensional. There we go. This flat pattern should show up here at the very end always of your part. Make sure that is all good. Sweet. Again, put it somewhere that you know. So I'm going to put it in my personal drive and name it the same thing as before. Keep it consistent. Not .pdf though. It's going to be a .dxf. Perfect. Let that do its thing. Sweet. Now we're going to go into AutoCAD. So this program is AutoCAD 2026. Then we're going to open the DXF we just exported. So for me, make sure you change this to DXF. That is this part over here. Perfect. So now we should see our part. It should match exactly what we had in the CAD. This is what the file they used to actually cut it. So the first thing to do is move the origin to a point vaguely in the bottom right. Then we're going to select all the lines, change the color to by layer, like so. Escape is to unselect everything. Then we're going to put our part engraving. So ours right now is DRS2001. Sweet. So then we're going to go in here to properties, change the color over here to this yellow. Make sure this under contents here is DRS2001 with nothing behind or in front. As so, do not change the color as we've done in the past. Do not change the color here as this will mess your drawing up. So as you can see, I don't have much room here, so I want to keep this away from the edges. I'm going to bring this down to a font size of 0.1. It lets me. There we go. And I am going to rotate this if I remember how. Rotate. There we go. And now I can move this over here. So looks like I can make my font size slightly higher, 0.15. And I'm going to move this to be as far away from the edges as possible. And there we go. That is my DXF. Then I'm going to Control S to save. Make sure I save it not as a DWG, but as a 2018 DXF. Keep it the same name. So I want to place yes, and you are good to go. When you close, it'll tell you it's not, never mind. It'll tell you this. It's not say only save as DXF, not save in AutoCAD. That's okay. We don't need it as an AutoCAD. So you can go ahead and press no. And that's that. So the last step is to put it in the right folder. So I have my parts are over here. We just created this DXF file. So it's also going to hear this back and log file. You can go ahead and delete those. They won't be useful. These two parts here. So we're going to copy that. And then you're going to want to go into Teams. So I have Teams mapped to my computer, but just upload it through Teams like you usually do. In the subteam leads channel, MB26 for this year, manufacturing and ordering, laser cut. So this, let's say it's laser cut 2. Our part is steel, and it is gauge 11, 1/8 nominal. So we're going to put in, copy paste those parts into here. So there should be a PDF and a DXF for flat parts, and you're good to go.